It was a beautiful morning. After a failed attempt at trying to get some more tailor and texting baits, I stuck to the herring. I was using a Savage Gear missile here. The fish were literally within the first sort of 5 metres from the beach. They were right up close. I flicked out a soft plastic before this, but the footage was pretty terrible and I was literally pulling them out within the first 2 or 3 metres. So calm today, there's absolutely no commotion on the water. It was the flattest I've seen it out there. I caught a few of these and chucked a couple out for baits. Had no luck other than catching a couple of dirty wrasse. They were pretty thick though. Literally just casting along the side of the beach because they're in so shallow. I've got my 3 to 8 kilo rod and a 3000 Nasky, and I've got my 15 pound braid on there. Again, this is my sort of tailor stick bait setup for, I guess, my shorter rod. If I knew I was just going to target herring, I probably would have just brought out my 2 to 4 kilo 7 foot rod with 4 to 6 pound braid. This still worked fine though. Just lost quite a few as I was pulling them in. I was just chucking the herring into my pockets until I had enough to chuck into the cooler. Always good to capitalise while they're on the bite. Having said that, they were pretty much biting all morning. I had to head home a bit early and look after my daughter, so I had my other rod tucked into the waistband of my bum bag and just kept on casting while walking along. When it's nice and calm like this, you can really see the little patches of rocks and little bits of reef along the beach while you're walking along, so it's a perfect time to have a bit of a scout for spots in the future. If you stand up on top of the dunes when it's flat as a tack like it is at the moment, you can really see everything. It's coming up to some of that peak tailor time, that sort of May, June, July sort of period is the best time for the bigger tailor for me. It's bloody cold in the mornings, but the fish are definitely worth it. The fish here are almost bloody beached themselves on the water. There was a school chasing the lure. Even after it hooked up, the other ones were fighting over it. It was really time to go home now. I was already late. Still got a few nice herring. No tailor, unfortunately. So I got half the herring gutted and scaled, and then I put it in a brine mix, which is 50 grams of salt to 1 litre of water, and then lemon, thyme, bit of pepper, and some basil as well. Left that for about 4 hours. Then I was going to make some crispy fish tacos. Start off with the avo for the salsa. Then I'm just cutting the capsicum around the rind here. It's a lot easier this way. That way you don't have to try and cut out that white shit. Just a tip when you're dicing up veggies like this is to use your knuckle there. If you push your knuckle against the blade there, it's never going to chop your fingers. It's only ever just going to push off your knuckle. That way you can chop pretty much as fast as you want. With practice, obviously. And don't have too many beers when you're doing it. It's a bit of capsicum, jalapeno, you could use just red chili as well. Again, use your knuckle. Important to take out the pulp of the tomatoes, otherwise you get a really sloppy salsa. Nicely diced. Nothing too fancy and doesn't have to be too neat, just nice little chunks. The onion's a bit more important, that you want to have that as thin as you can get it. If you've got big chunks of onion in there, it can be a bit overpowering. Roll out your lime on the board, helps to get the juice out a bit. I'll then add that with some coriander, nice olive oil, salt and pepper. That's about it. For the fish, I roll them in a flour mix of smoked paprika, cumin, pepper and salt. Then I've got my egg wash and panko crumbs. So it goes flour, egg, panko crumbs into the pan. And I'm frying them in shallow fry of canola oil. You can use that in sort of like vegetable oil, it's fine. About 1.5 minutes just to allow them to get a bit crispy. And then I'll chuck them onto a wire rack to strip off the excess oil. You want to eat them pretty much straight away though, you want it nice and hot and crunchy. I've got some tortillas which I'm just putting in a cast iron pan to get nice and hot. Then I'll assemble. So I'll chuck on a couple of fillets, or little chunks of herring anyway. Add in my salsa. The sauce is a 50-50 mix of mayonnaise, which is whole egg, and chipotle aboto sauce. Beautiful crispy tacos. Even my wife ate them. For the other half of the fish, I'll put them onto wire racks and let them dry as well. So I washed off the excess salt and I've put that lemon thyme into their cavities before I put them on the smoker. It actually gave it a really good flavour. So that was on there for probably a bit long, about an hour. I was full from the tacos, so I just vac packed these to use in pasta down the track. They were beautiful. Thanks for watching. For more Perth Metro videos or Catch and Cook, please subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section.